Today's second video for you. Firstly, Somalia presidential election has started. Voting has kicked off. Their first round has ended. Second news story is about a journalist who was detained 5 days ago in Ethiopia. He posted something about Gondar incident. We know that in Gondar, few days ago, in religious violence, several Muslims, more than 20 Muslims, were reportedly killed. This journalist posted something about this massacre. He was arrested. Third news story are two news stories. They're from Oromia, where some protests have been held, and government claims that two OLA fighters have surrendered there. And lastly, viewers, while we said in the previous video that Amhara Special Force and Amhara Fano militia have been told to withdraw from Wolkait towards the Amhara region, we have been monitoring Fano factions in Amhara region as well. Are they moving towards Wolkait? Will they try to move towards Wolkait? One brigade of Amhara Fano reportedly tried to move towards Wolkait, but what happened then? Were they allowed to enter Wolkait? Were they stopped? We have some information for you. Let's start with a new story from Somalia. Long waited, much delayed. Somalia's presidential election has started. Voting has kicked off. In fact, first round of voting has come to an end. Before the voting, the candidates arrived at airport hangar in Mogadishu and they greeted each other. Farmajo was seen with Hassan Sheikh. You can see Farmajo and Hassan Sheikh. Hassan Sheikh is being seen as favorite in this race. Farmajo was seen with Dini as well, a former regional president of a region. Then Sharif Sheikh was also seen with Farmajo. So all candidates exchanged greetings before the start of this election. Curfew imposed in Mogadishu. All flights to and from Mogadishu airport suspended. African Union, Somali forces have taken control of the security of this venue. One candidate withdrew just a few minutes before the start of voting. His name is Jibrail Ibrahim, not a very strong candidate. 39 candidates, 4 withdrew yesterday, 1 withdrew a few minutes ago. So now 34 candidates are in this race, but Hassan Sheikh is being seen as favorite. First round has come to an end, voting has come to an end, counting is underway. It is being said that in the first round, no one will be elected. This race will enter second or third round. Now, a Somali journalist made a claim before the start of election process. He claimed that some local banks refused to deposit money in the accounts of members of parliament in the last hours before the start of election. So he implied that MPs were being bribed, they were being given money, votes were being bought by some candidates, but banks are not depositing money in their accounts. Now, my question is, if horse trading happens, if votes are bought, money is not transferred to bank accounts mostly. It is an evidence if it is transferred to accounts. Mostly these are underhand dealings and money is not transferred through legal through visible channels. I don't know why this journalist made a claim. He writes for the New York Times as well. So in coming hours, maybe after a few hours, we'll be able to know who is the winner, Farmajo or Hassan Sheikh, and what will be the impact of the win on the Horn of Africa. A second news story is about an Ethiopian journalist who was detained more than 5 days ago. Less reported by international media and local media as well. Name of the person is Muhyiddin. You can see his picture on your screen. Muhyiddin is Harar Radio's journalist. 5 days ago, he was arrested by some security officials, government officials, security officials. Why was he arrested? He was arrested because he posted something about Gondar incident. We know that around 2 weeks ago in Gondar, dozens of Muslims, more than a dozen, around 20 Muslims were killed in religious violence at the funeral gathering of a local Muslim religious scholar. Houses were burnt, mosques were set on fire, some women were raped as well, Muslim women. Christian community said that some of their members, Orthodox followers, they were also killed. Investigations are underway. Turkey issued a statement. We saw a statement from UN human rights body as well. This journalist posted some material. It condemned Gondar incident, and he has been arrested, and no one knows about his whereabouts. Where is he? If he has been arrested, so he should be formally arrested. He should be taken to a court. But so far he has not been officially charged, and his arrest has not been officially confirmed so far. Muhyiddin is the name of the journalist. We saw Gobind Sisse. He remained in detention for more than 7 days, around 10 days I think he was in detention, and then suddenly he was released. Let's see, will Muhyiddin be released or not? Third news story is from Oromia, where an operation against Oromo Liberation Army is underway. Two news stories from Oromia in this connection. Firstly, a protest was held in North Shoa zone of Oromia region against Oromo Liberation Army. Government calls this group Shene. Government officials backed and participated in this protest. Forestry and Wildlife Department government officials were in the protest. They were part of the protest. So it was organized by the government, you can say, and some locals were part of the protest as well. They attended the protest as well. They chanted slogans against Oromo Liberation Army. They said OLA Shene was the enemy of the people and operation should continue. Almost all protests which have happened, they were backed, they were organized by the government. We have seen that in Valaga as well. And two fighters have been shown by government media. Government media claims that these are OLA members and they have surrendered. You can see a picture on your screen. One of the fighters is Ilyas. He is from Guji zone. Second one is Gamacho Tesfa. He is from Gimbi, Valaga. And the two have surrendered reportedly, according to government claim. They surrendered in Guji, southern Oromia. Now, this is what the government has achieved so far. We have not seen a single major OLA commander surrender or taken prisoner by government so far since the start of this operation more than a month ago. These two unknown fighters are being shown that they have surrendered. What about main OLA commanders? Shimalis Abdisa, Oromo President, had said a month ago that OLA would be eliminated in 1 month, and you are seeing what's happening. These sort of fighters were being shown on media before the start of this operation as well, that they were surrendering. So, a viewer contacted me a few hours ago. He said, Sajid, give us your take about this operation. Was it planned and done sincerely by government forces or Oromia regional forces, militias, forces, special forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force? Are they wholeheartedly carrying out this operation? Maybe in a separate video, we'll try to have a detailed look at this question as well. But so far, no major success from government side. Lastly, viewers, Wolkait. People say, Sajid, you just make up stories about Wolkait. Nothing is happening there. No one is withdrawing from Wolkait. I remember last year when I reported about the withdrawal, the retreat of Tigray Defense Force from Kambolcha, from Dasi, from Kamise. Back then, I was criticized as well. People said, Sajid, why are you making up stories? You are lying. TDF will never retreat. And you saw that TDF retreated all the way from Kamise, from Bati, from Kambolcha towards Tigray. Now again people say, Sajid, you are telling lies. It takes lots of time to confirm things, viewers. It's not easy. Situation is very fluid. There are so many players involved in Wolkait, in Western Tigray. Tigray is a player. Ethiopian federal government is another player. Eritrea is a player. Amhara regional government. Amhara militia, Fano militia. Amhara special forces. So yes, situation is fluid. We're trying to confirm as much as we can. Yes, Eritrean military did withdraw. We don't know if it was complete or partial withdrawal, but large convoys of Eritrean military, they were seen leaving from Mara into Eritrea on Thursday night. And yes, Amhara forces, Amhara militias, they were told to leave Wolkait. That is why Colonel Demak Zedu spoke. Why did he call upon Amharas to be ready? He was not talking to Amhara regional government. He was addressing the people of Amhara region that come help us. Why did he ask them for help? Because he was under pressure. Because he was being told that Amhara forces, Amhara militias will have to withdraw from Wolkait. Now, question is, are some groups from Amhara region trying to move towards Wolkait to stop this withdrawal, which could happen, which might be underway? One brigade of Fano, its members, its commanders, they reportedly tried to enter Wolkait. Name of the brigade is Minilik Brigade. It's a group, you can say a unit of Amhara Fano. And its leaders, its commanders, in the form of a convoy, they tried to enter Wolkait, but Ethiopian National Defense Force stopped this convoy. ENDF has deployed its units on Wolkait Amhara border. There were apprehensions that there could be some Amhara groups trying to enter Wolkait after these reports that Amhara forces and Fano are being told to withdraw from Wolkait. So yes, some groups are trying to enter Wolkait, but Ethiopian National Defense Force is not allowing them to enter Wolkait. It has been confirmed by this Minilik Brigade commanders as well that they were stopped by Ethiopian National Defense Force. Now, question is, will Fano and Amhara Special Force completely leave Wolkait or not? That is still a question. They've been told to withdraw. Will they withdraw completely or not? So we'll have to wait a little. Some sources say that withdrawal is already underway, but we will update you once we have reliable information that withdrawal has been completed or not. Thank you for watching.